Good morning, everybody. We just came on about a minute early. Good morning, everybody. This is Susie Q with Susie Q Stating. My name is Tim Sanders, and I am an independent student illustrator in Lake Ozark, Missouri. Most Fridays, or something else, I do a live coffee chat and a card where we put together
Most Fridays.
2 Fridays a month. Well, 2 Fridays a month. I would like to increase that, but my assistant, however, doesn't choose to do that. So what can I say? Anyway, it's usually the second and fourth Fridays of the month. Today is May 2nd, or just the first Friday of the month. But we have some exciting things coming up, and I wanted to share them with you. First off, for May 2nd and 3rd, we have a double rewards going on this weekend. Doesn't matter what your order is, we will earn double the rewards. So, for instance, if you have a $50 order, you will earn $10 in standing rewards. Fantastic deal. Stock up now on all of that card stock and designer series paper that's continuing. Avoid the increase in price that's coming up in our new catalog. Okay, so that was the one important thing. The second thing is, don't forget, when you're sick, you can order from the brand new catalog. I am so excited. It has some fabulous product in it. And I have to say that Stampin' Up! Took the recommendations of their demonstrators and revamped their catalog from last year. If you remember last year's catalog, there was a lot of discussion about it and how we didn't like how things were laid out in the catalog. Well, they have taken our suggestions and they have changed it. Yippee. Let me see if I can get my comments up here. Alrighty. So, normally for my coffee and chats, I go live with the camera facing me. Today that's not happening because I don't want to have to redo my camera. It's too much of a hassle. So you just get to listen to me and look at the cover of the brand new catalog for just a little bit. Do you have any questions or comments that you would like to discuss? I'm having a show over here across my desk. I know a couple of our regulars couldn't make it this morning, so I'm hoping that some others can join us. It's a little bit early, but we're going to just have fun today for the next 30 to 40 minutes. It's a dreary day here at Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri. I'm not liking these dreary days because they make me sleepy, and I have too many things to do.
Nap time.
No, don't have time today for a nap. But I have been tasked, or I have been challenged, not to say certain words for an entire day.
You cannot say those words.
I can't say any words that start with an O or a C.
You can't say anything that talks about organization. Otherwise, she's going to owe me $3.
Yes. So I can't say those words.
Or even insinuate.
So I guess today was going to be a play day because I can't do anything else, okay? I can't do those things that need to be done right now in the studio. Anyway, so let's get on with our sketch today. I love this sketch for a couple of reasons. One, it doesn't take much paper. You can use scraps. Two, it's very easy to make, so it doesn't take a lot of time. I did forget something, however. Would you go and pull me some embellishments that will go with our card today, which is the purple, um, the, yeah, the Tulip Pop. My mind just kind of went blank. So I did forget those things when I was working this morning. So let's move this out of the way. Does it work? Are they, is that an open package or a new package?
Looks like a new package.
I think there's an open package. All right, so what we need, this is all the paper that we need. Everybody, this is just, you can use scraps, I did, all right? And most of the times when I do my sketch layouts for my new book, which isn't very little anymore, it's growing by leaps and bounds, I use retired paper so that I can still do design shows paper included in it, but not necessarily cutting it. My paper, which I have to order, has the order, make your hand, okay? Let's not hoard our paper, let's use it. Let's make them smile with a card. Alright, so the dimensions for this card, when your card goes 5.5 by 8.5, so 1.25. Then you need a strip of paper. This can be cardstock, it can be designer series paper. And this is 3/4 of an inch by 5.5 inches. Then you need a rectangle. And this piece measures 2.5 by 4 3/4. And then you need a piece that's a blue green that is 3 inches by 2.5. And then you need a little focal point. You can use a punch, you can use a die cut, whatever you use. That's why I said this is a very versatile card. Alright, she's got me some embellishments here that we can look at to use for a card. I already think that I think a little love. Okay, simple, easy to put together. You're going to take your card base, you're going to take your strip of paper, and we're going to attach that strip of paper to your card base. I'm just using some liquid glue. And I'll have to forgive me for getting the cameras because I am so used to working with things right up in the face. And I have to get out of that habit. And it's this reason sometimes for me to lay my paper down. And this is going to be, well, about, let's see, about a half inch. All right. Good. Bring that up. It's really down on me. Okay. And if you have some overhang, just trim it off. It's really not going to be a big deal. This is just my sketch that I put in my book. And we're going to take our rectangle, and we're going to put it down over that strip of paper. And you could use your adhesive for this, and you can send it to you right. I'll start where you're going to put that label on top of that strip of paper. I told you this was easy. We're going to now take this piece and we're going to attach it like so. Then remember that little announcement that I told you about? We're going to put it down in the corner. Okay, so it could be a die cut, it can be a punch out, you just want it to be small enough, and you're going to see what we're going to use on the finished card that I did. You could pop this up if you chose to. It will pop up dimensional, makes the book even thicker. We're just going to glue that down. Alright, so again, our measurements are your card base, which is normally 5.5 by 8.5, slit it 4.25. Or strip of paper that is 3/4 by 5.5. A large rectangle at 2.5 by 4 3/4. And your fully glue is 3 by 2.5. And your punch or die. Okay, I use a 1 3/8 inch circle. So now that will be going into my sketchbook. And we are going to start our card. Now, I don't know if you're going to really be able to see it on camera, but I am working today with some of the double-sided cardstock, the two-tone cardstock. So here is the bikini pop. This is the dark side, and this is the lighter side. Oh, I got that backwards. This is the dark side, and this is the lighter side. Like I said, it's not hard to see on camera. My lighting isn't all that fantastic. I'm hoping today when I get really in for my death, but that's going to solve the problem. Hopefully, fingers crossed. This is the bikini side. Oh, nope, got it wrong again. This is the dark side. This is the lighter side. Sometimes it's really hard to see the difference in the colors on camera. In person, you can definitely see the difference. So this is the dark and the lighter. And this is the full heavy. That's the dark and that's the lighter. So that you can really see the difference. So I hadn't really worked with the two-tone cardstock, so that's why I chose today to work with this. So I took my card base and it's got the dark on the outside and the light on the outside. I just scored that real well, burnished it. And that's for my inside of my card. This is going to be my strip. No, feeling maybe you can see the difference. What's the difference? This is the dark, this is the light. We're going to do the dark on the outside for our strip. And this paper is not available anymore, but I have a thank you card to send to a family that hosted us last week down in Florida. And I thought that this blue paper would just be a fabulous card. So here is the design choice paper that I'm going to use. And that's the other side of it. And I'm going to attach this. Now, I want to remind you all that if you make this card, please post a picture of it out there in our Coffee Chat card group. If you're not a member of that group, it is a private group, but if you want to be a member, just send me a request to join, and I will be happy to add you to that group. Now, here is our piece that we're going to stamp on. These are the little embellishment things. So the first thing that I'm going to do for stamping is I'm going to take some of the Summer Splash. This was an info from last year. And I'm going to stamp 2 flowers. Now, if you notice, on this stamp, we have 2 stems, and they go in opposite directions, which is really kind of cool. And from the Boomerang, every Valentine said, we're going to stem over here. We're going to stamp it up high because our little heart is going to go over that bottom corner. And I want to make it so that it can have a flower to the top of it. And I'm going to take the other stem and I'm going to stamp it like so. Right, now we're going to take our petunia pop. We're going to stamp our flowers. we're going to load that flower with that stem. So there's a flower. There's a flower. Then we're going to take our stamp from Tags and Thanks, which is an online exclusive coming in May. So it's got just greens, but I love the greens in this. And it's got different fonts to it. And we're going to stamp thank you right in the center of those two flowers. Okay, so there's that. And then on the inside of our card, let's go ahead and get that stamp. We're going to lay down another piece that is 3/4 of an inch by the 5 1/4. I cut mine just to show that I didn't get it lined up before I just cut it off. And we're just going to lay it down on the edge for the decoration on the inside of the card, like so. And we're going to cut off that excess. I do several pairs of scissors. One's for ribbon, one's for sticky stuff, one's for cutting hair. No, I'm not really cutting hairs. And then on the inside, I'm going to put so lucky to know you, and then we'll write my little greeting. Little sample is near and near to my heart. So here is so lucky to know you. And then it gives me enough space at the bottom to go ahead and write my personal note. Right. So, coffee and a card always works out better when I have some participants who ask questions. Today, however, I will be honest and busy because it's just me and Dorothy. Anyway, let's go ahead and put this together. We're going to lay this down on the front of our card. Like so. Then we're going to take and attach. I punched out from the B punch. This is the B punch. So I have a big heart and a little heart, and this is the bee's body. And I'm going to attach that little pull party heart on top of my petunia pop heart. Just added something to my little okay. So if you're watching the replay, please make a comment. And I encourage all of you to like the page, comment, share my video, and there is my little embellishment. Now I could pop this up, but with the cost of postage right now, I'm just going to lay it down here as if that little stem of that flower is popping out of the heart. Now we'll go ahead and attach our inside. You will find that the functional cardstock is a little bit lighter weight than what our normal cardstock is. But that's okay. It works out, and if you put layers of paper on it, then I think that we might have been cut just this much too wide, but we're going to make it work. I don't know what I did there. What was early this morning? Now, we need to have our embellishments. So this is normally where I would ask you all for your opinion. So we're just going to have to make our our decision, here are a couple of options that we have. We have these beautiful purple tones. They are the two-tone sparkle gems. And then we have the in-color gems. I'm wondering, I need to have 3 gems up here in the corner. Which one should we use? That's only a one person's opinion.
Oh, that's mine.
Can't go with this. What colors gems do you think we should use?
I like the sparkly ones.
The sparkly one. That's kind of what I was going with. So on this sketch, I didn't have it on my sketch thing. We're going to use these tiny ones, and we're going to put 3 of them right up here in a row. Now, we're going to add something more to this, because I think it needs something.
Stella.
Stella is a possibility, but I'm also thinking that maybe we should add 2 of these to the center of our flowers.
That's a good idea.
So we're going to take 2 of these small, little pink, and we're going to add those to the center of our flowers. It just kind of dresses it up a little bit. We could even go further if we wanted to and put 2 more gems on here.
Let's not overdo it.
Okay, we don't want to overdo it. Fine. All right, so here is our card. Now let's get some Linda Stella with us. You know, Linda Stella has something to everything. And we're just going to go and sprinkle up our flowers. And the whole thing, I'm just going to go into those petals a little bit. Now we're just going to kind of go into our leaves and sparkle them up. So if you're watching the replay and you have questions, shout out. I'll be more than happy to answer them. I will be coming back later this evening and looking at this. Now, should we read Stella the whole card and give it some shimmer? Why not? So all we're doing is just kind of squeeze this, but I don't want to squeeze it too much to get it around. Because I thought, oh, there we go. So we're just going to sparkle this up a little bit. Not a whole lot, just enough to give it some of that shine. Oh, I love this art, and I love how easy and fast this goes together. So there is our sketch today. Very easy, very simple, and you can use it for anything that you want. Okay? All right, well, ladies, it was my pleasure spending the last 23 minutes with you.
I would have seen minutes coming back.
Yes, I'm going to have some coming on it. Let's see what we've got returning. Can you tell me what it is? I can tell you what some of it is. This was last year's catalog. And let's see. And we serve you right, okay? I have to do this by memory. This is going to be going away to this guy, Parmesan Rocket. Wildwood Flowering is going away full of life. Lily Pond Lane. Thoughtful Journey.
So you mean the new catalog does not look like the old catalog and all splattered around?
No, it does have it sectioned out for its squeeze. So that makes it very nice. But it's super separated. Let me put it here. The paper, the Country Woods paper, the wood is Returning. I am double checking that. Yes, the country rules paper is returning. However, the stamps that and dies, those are retiring, and they're on the last chance list right now with a really good savings for you. So now that it's double the rewards, go ahead and order this. All right. I'm just double checking my website because I did not take the time today and make a list. I was going to. Um, the stamp and dies are all going away. They're on the last chance. Um, don't. No.
Which ones they were looking at?
Look up the Unbounded Beauty DSP. I'm not sure. Yours of Beauty on page 57 of the old catalog. That is returning, but it will not be as a bundle, I don't believe. I believe that will be sold separately.
What is it called? I don't know what it is.
The paper is called Flowers of Youth. Uh, yeah, I am not. Let's see this.
What's it look like?
What's this here?
Now that Queen Lavender's coming back.
Yes, the perennial lavender is returning.
Thoughtful Journey's coming back.
With thoughtful journal paper. The Layers of Beauty was.
See layers.
Okay, well, it's not coming down.
That pretty autumn paper that we had, that splendid bottom is coming back.
Okay, so the bundle, look in the stamps, frankly, but I think the Layers of Beauty stamps and dies and the decorative masks, I believe those
Layers of Beauty is coming.
it's not a bundle, right?
Don't believe so.
Okay, so right now you could buy that as a bundle.
Layers of Beauty, let's see.
Okay.
It's in the original.
Okay. Keeping tabs, I believe, is retiring, and so is Labeled with Love. The Friendly Things, Hearts and Hugs are going away.
You're being a long time.
Right, the Be My Valentine is staying. The paper is retiring.
Right.
Be My Valentine stamp and punch is staying. Let's see. Miss Ramsey. That's Brandon. She was originally.
Get it as a bundle.
Right, the bundle will go away. You'll have to buy them separately.
For wishes, you can still get, but it's not going to be a bundle.
The Rightful Wishes, I believe, is an online.
Yes.
It
was in
the catalog. Okay, then it's the Bistro Burger and the Timberland. Those are the photos.
We're gone.
The Sketch of Butterflies is going Spotlight on Nature. She's looking into the catalog for me since I can't open it up on camera.
Spotlight on Nature. Nope. Nope, that one's going that way.
Okay. Yeah, that is going. Really saddens me because I love this. I love the dies for this. So You can get it right now until the end of this catalog. Loveliest Tree, that is Spain, which when they've done pretty cards with that in class. Snapdragons is going, the Wishes is going. A lot of these are going. The Crappy With You, the Triple Daisies, the Autumn Leaves is retiring. A Billion Hearts is going away too. The Cutest Cows, that saddens me because that was a cute set. The Tools are staying. These are mostly all gone.
Trusty Tools are staying.
Trusty Tools are staying. Something else is going. Stickled Roses is going. Playing in the Rain. Lifetime of Love, I believe, is staying. So Lifetime of Love, it just won't be offered as a bundle. You'll have those two, the dies separate from the stamps. But the Trusty Tools are staying. Wonderful Thoughts, is that staying?
Wonderful Thoughts, yeah.
Okay, Wonderful Thoughts. So that's going to die.
Oh, that's it.
No, I thought it was to be good, but
It's not marking this.
catalog, I'll have to look on our shelf. And I will say, ladies, that there are going to be a few dies and punches in the new catalog. So if you're running dies, now is the time. I'm speaking of the standalone dies and looking here, the standalone dies. And there's going to be less embellishment, less ribbon in the catalog. So
It doesn't mean that they're not looking at exclusive.
well, exclusive. Exactly. So they've got less in the catalog, but I really need this since they are bringing new product out on exclusives. That's where some of the ribbon and embellishments will be brought out to debut. Okay, so there's less of the embossing bundles, but the ones that are staying are the really cool ones. And some of our favorites are staying, like the dotted circles and the So Slowly, they're staying. Number is the islet embossing folder staying? Yeah, so the islet embossing folder. I think it's gone.
No, it's gone. Bye-bye.
Okay. Oh, ladies, I just looked out my window. My husband's burning a pile of brush. I'm going with these flames. And it was like, oh my gosh, what's on fire? It's a pile of brush. That was just kind of weird. Okay, so the dies aren't in one place in the catalog. The perennial stamps, postage stamp dies are staying, I believe.
Guys?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, so you can still get the perennial postage dies, which are really nice dies to use for borders. So yeah, I think you're going to be really excited about the new catalog. It does offer some new things. It's like lots of our core colors in the Oh, I am too.
Like the layout a lot better.
And I really like all the colors that you come out with the two-tone cardstock. Because while there's not a big difference in the color variation, there is that slight difference, and it really makes that It looks really, really cool. Oh, good morning, Anna. Oh, Anna, I'm so sorry. Fridays are going to stay, my coffee chat and card, they're going to stay on Facebook because I can interact more with the watchers, with the viewers. I may go ahead and upload them to YouTube simply because after 30 days they'll be deleted off of Facebook. So I'm so sorry that you missed me starting. You can go back and watch it from the beginning. We were just kind of discussing some of the retirement projects that caught up. This was the card today that we made for our sketch. It's a very easy sketch and we use some of the two-tone card style. I won't repeat it, but like I said, you can go back and view the replay. But on my coffee cards and chat, coffee chat and card on Fridays, I will remain on Facebook. Simply because some of my viewers don't watch on YouTube, they do follow me on the coffee card and chat. Coffee chat and card. So I'm just going to keep that on Facebook. Until maybe another time, I don't know. We'll see what happens. So, but I'm glad that you enjoyed me. Thank you. It is a very pretty card. I'm sending this to the family that posted this last weekend down in Florida. So that was good. Let's see. We talked about the new catalog coming out this May, and I'm really excited about it. I really took to heart what the demonstrators told them last year about the catalog. Oh my goodness, my husband was doing a brush pile and there was cedar trees. And the flames are as high as my house or my studio. So, like I said, it will quickly go down because our cedar trees dried out. Now they're really gone. So yes, and we use kinds of things. This is going to be a more the online exclusives. They're going to be something the online is where I stand. Your voice isn't clear. Okay. That's odd. Because I didn't change anything. Maybe on the recording it won't be as bad. Okay. But I do appreciate you, Anna, coming in. That is all that I have today since we're going to join us at the very beginning. That could have been my fault that they went to YouTube instead. I will have to make that change in the future. Let's see. So it is kind of drying out today. Like I said, my husband is running brush piles from the cedar tree that we burned down about 3 weeks ago. So I guess he's going to work outside today. I don't know. All right, everybody. Well, you all have a fantastic weekend. Be safe. And I will see you back here on Thursday afternoon at 12 p.m. Central Daylight Time. And I am switching the time for my Stephanie Suzuki on Thursdays. So you all have a wonderful weekend. Be safe out there. Bye.